Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Gurur Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Apparently, it appears as if a Punjabi has come to a Tamil gathering. And except Vanakkam, I don't know anything about Tamil. And I also know, except Sat Shri Akal, you also don't know anything about Punjabi language. But there is one thread which is running all across of us. That is, we are Bharatiya. So, instead of saying a Punjabi has come to a Tamil gathering, it is a Bharatiya who has come to a Bharatiya gathering. See, in our Punjab, whenever there is a gathering like this, which is not to talk about movies, dance and all those things, and which is purely about some religious matter or the matter relating to your nation, we call it Guru Roop Sadh Sangat. Sangat is a union, a gathering. Sadh is saint. And Guru Roop is the form of Guru. So whenever a speaker is to address a gathering like this, he takes the gathering as if he is speaking before his Guru. So that's why in the very beginning, I did pranam to you, because here I am addressing the gathering who is a saintly gathering, who is awakened towards its nation, and that for that matter, it is a form of Guru, and Guru, we just heard, is God. So, keeping that thing in my mind, I'll begin with my issue. Apparently, it appears as if I am to talk about Punjab, one of the 28 states of Bharat, who happens to be neighboring state of our arch rival Pakistan also. But if we delve a bit deeper into the history and grandeur of this state, we'll come to know that the topic of today given to me is Punjab besieged, that is engulfed. But to me, it is not Punjab besieged, it is Sanatan besieged. And how it is so? In ancient times, Punjab was known as Sapta Sindhu. There were 7 rivers. The rivers, it was bounded by Saraswati in the east and Sindhu in the west. And from Saraswati to Sindhu, 5 more rivers, Jihlam, Chenab, Ravi, Byas and Satluj. Now later on, it came to be called as Punjab. Ab is water, river, and Panj is 5. So a state which has 5 rivers, that was called Panjnad or Punjab. Now today, as we know, 2 rivers have gone to Pakistan. It is now 3 rivers only into the state. So we all know about Veda. There are 4 Vedas. The first Veda is Rig Veda. UNO says that Rig Veda is the world's most authentic book on earth. That Rig Veda was written in Punjab. As per the Rig Veda, the development of the Indian human civilization began at the banks of these rivers, which I just mentioned. Now, as per the archaeological evidence also, the first ever known civilization, which we call Indus Valley civilization, that also flourished in this region. Now, Rig Veda was written at the banks of river Byasa. There were 2 universities in ancient times, Takshila and Nalanda. The Takshila University was in Punjab. Chanakya, the great philosopher and economist and jurist, who molded a poor boy, Chandragupta, to lead the Chandragupta Maurya Vansha dynasty. He was a teacher of economics in this Takshila University. Then Panini, who is considered to be the greatest scholar of Sanskrit, who wrote Panini Ashtadhyayi. Panini was a resident of Punjab. both Ashtadhyayi as well as that Arth Shastra written by Chanakya or Kautilya, they were written here only. Yoga Shastra, the propounder of Yoga Shastra, Patanjali, was a resident of Punjab. And today the new education policy of Bharata is nothing but a reincarnation of the education policy of that Takshila University which was in Punjab. The battles of Mahabharata, they were fought in Kurukshetra, which is present in Haryana and erstwhile Punjab. As per a study, recently they have found around 500 books on Rama Katha and 700 other books on Krishna Katha from this region only. So this takes us to the links to the era of Satyug, Treta and Dwapar. Alexander, who is considered to be the most powerful king of the world, was given the taste of defeat by a king of Punjab, Porus. So the battle was fought at the banks of Jhelum river, which was again in Punjab. Punjab was such a prosperous and affluent state that it had the biggest grain market of the entire Asia in ancient times. So now we come to Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga, during the Mughal invasions, Guru Nanak, the first Guru, and other Gurus found Sikhism and taught us the lessons of religion and spirituality to uplift the downgrading human morals and values, because during the Mughal times, the frustration among the Hindu population was so low because of their atrocities, because of their reign. So the famous poet Iqbal says, "Fir uthi aakhir sada, tauheed ki Punjab se, Hind ko ek mard kamil ne jagaya ख्वाब se." Means, once again the voice of oneness of God stood raised from Punjab, and the great Hindustan was awakened from its slumber by a perfect person, Guru Nanak. We all know perhaps that Guru Tegh Bahadur sacrificed his life for the sake of religion, and it was the sacrifice which led to the stoppage of the evil practice by Aurangzeb. He would partake meal only after removing 1.25 months, that is 50 kgs of Janeus. He will get it removed, convert them into Muslims, and then only he will partake his meal. And he would think that he is the greatest man for Muslim religion. So that practice stopped after the sacrifice of Guru Tegh Bahadur. Anyhow, the ultimate reply to the Mughals was given in the form of creation of Khalsa or Singhas by Guru Gobind Singh in the year 1699 at the Baisakhi festival. And who were those six? They were 5 persons called Panch Pyaras. First, Dayaram, a Kshatriya from Lahore. Second, Dharamchand, again a peasant from central Delhi. Mohkam Chand, a dhobi washerman from from Dwarka, Gujarat. Sahib Chand, a barber, Nai, from Bidar, Karnataka. And Himmat Rai from Jagannathpuri, Odisha. So 5 Hindus came together to be the Panch Pyaras, and in this form, what Guru Gobind Singh did, he created a caste of warrior Hindus, those who were to protect our community, Hindu community, from the tyranny of Mughals. Then late in the 18th and 19th century, we see the great Sikh king Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who used to possess the largest and most famous diamond in the world, Kohinoor. It was he, under his reign, Britishers were contained up to the banks of Satluj, and they could not dare cross the river till his death. In fact, there are 2 sects, Marathas and Sikhs. who were the last to be conquered by Britishers. So when the entire country was enslaved to Britishers, Punjab was still a free land. Then who can forget the contribution of Punjab in freedom struggle? Fighters like Bhagat Singh, Rajguru, Sukhdev, Lala Lajpat Rai, Udham Singh, they were all from Punjab. And as per a study, out of the total freedom fighters who were sent to Kala Pani by Angrez, 80% were from Punjab only. And that's why what I initially said, that when we talk about Punjab, we talk about Sanatan Dharma. It will be quite apt if I say that if Hinduism was the earliest offshoot of Sanatan Dharma, Sikhism is the latest one. So both are having the same stem, that is Sanatan Dharma. The great poet Maithili Sharan Gupta has said, and that suits our topic of today, हम कौन थे, क्या हो गए हैं और क्या होंगे अभी, आओ विचारे आज मिलकर ये समस्याएं सभी. Means what we were, we have just seen. What we have become, that I will be talking about. And what we are yet to be, that is in our hands. Let's come together and discuss these problems of today. Now, the first and ever problem is, if we see the history of Punjab is a history of struggle against all odds. It has been truncated from time to time, small, small, small. At the time of partition, it paid the most heavy price when the entire West Punjab went into Pakistan and became West Pakistan of today. Then in the year 1966, 3 states were carved: Punjab, Haryana and Himachal. And now, if we go by the sayings of Khalistanis, what do you want to do? You want to make it more small? A tiny baby? No, we are not ready. The first ever problem is the problem of successionism, cross-border terrorism and international conspiracies. See what happened. It was the government of the day. I would not name the party, we all know, because it's not a political talk. It was in the year 1960-70 when this Green Revolution came. Punjab became the richest state, having the highest per capita income. But you see, it was having only 1.6% of the total land of the entire country, but was catering to 25% of the total food grain requirement of this country. Even in spite of that, the paradoxical situation of poverty amidst plenty came into being. The fruits of the Green Revolution were not allowed to percolate to the peasants. So they remained poor, rich became richer, the middlemen became richer. In fact, that was the former policy of our great Prime Minister, Mr. Modi, who gave these agrarian reforms, but sadly it was not understood by Punjab people. Anyhow, due to the over-focus on agriculture, the industry could not develop. So the result was large-scale unemployment among the youth, and the youth was frustrated. Thereafter, there is a party, Akali Dal, in Punjab. They led the demand of Punjabi Suba, that this state should be declared a Punjabi state. See, if I say, declare my nose to be my nose, it is always my nose. There is no need to say so. But due to some political intentions, they led this Punjabi Suba movement, and which saw the Punjab Reorganization Act of 1966, which cut Punjab into 3 pieces by the then government, party I am again not naming. So the discontent again garnered. Then what the party, that ruling party of that day did, it brought a person, apparently a saint, Sant Jarnail Singh Bhindranwala. He was called to counter this Akali Dal politically. And so initially he was supplied with arms and tactical sport and all that. Now, in 1973, this Akali Dal put forward Anandpur Sahib resolution asking for more autonomy for the state. The then government considered it to be a successionist document and rejected it. The rejection saw their own man Bhindranwala joining hands with Akali Dal and starting Dharma Yudh Morcha in 1982 to get the Anandpur Sahib resolution implemented. Now again this thing was badly handled by the then government. Then the drastic step of Operation Blue Star happened, where in order to remove this man Bhindranwala from the Golden Temple, an army attack was led into the sacred temple of this Amritsar, that is Golden Temple. Army with its boots on went inside the sanctum sanctorium. Fire gunshots were exchanged, and a lot many thousands of people who were innocent also, they were killed. And their relatives got this feeling that the state is against us. So this problem should have been handled in a different way, but they handled it in a bad way. So thereafter what happened, as a part of vengeance, 2 Sikh persons assassinated the then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. And then her son became the Prime Minister. He supported and sponsored Sikh genocide in 1984. Again, thousands of Sikhs were killed. So all these things led to the violent Khalistan movement, because the problem of our people was handled badly by the then government. Now, this total mishandling of the issues related to the Sikh community by the then central government saw the nationalist credentials of the Sikh population for their role of Indian independence eroding into violent Khalistan movement, which never was, never is, and never will be the Sikh ethos based upon the Sikh Gurus. Although the common average Sikh never supported the idea of Khalistan, but their meek voice got quelled into the more violent and vociferous a handful of disgruntled persons, and gave the idea as if the entire Sikh population was in favor of a separate state, which was certainly not the case. Ultimately, we saw in 1990 this movement was crushed because it never had the popular support among the masses. Now, a very interesting thing has happened. At the height of insurgency in Punjab, Pakistan and China, they were frequently involved in providing material and tactical support to the Khalistani militants. In fact, Indian army, when inside the Golden Temple, it found the militants holding up there to be in possession of China-made RPGs, that is rocket propeller guns, which is a strong evidence that China was supporting them. Obviously, our neighboring country, Pakistan, was very happy. It had its own vested interests. It wanted to see the disturbance in Bharata and make Bharat a weak nation. Pakistan even today is doing dual role in Punjab and in Jammu and Kashmir. I have certain documents and evidence with me which I, due to security reasons, cannot share with you, because my younger brother is in intelligence bureau of the country. He's an IPS officer. He's joint director in IB. So number of things I come to know, but I keep to them myself only. The only thing which I will be sharing with you is that they are doing it alternatively. Whenever there is strong hand of state in Jammu, they mold all their weaponry, all their tactics into Punjab. If Punjab is becoming strict, then they will come to Jammu. So at one point of time, they want to cut your country into 2 more countries. One Jammu and Kashmir, one Punjab. So ultimately, to take revenge perhaps of Bangladesh or whatever, I don't know, but they want to see us weaken. That is the thing which we should understand. Anyhow, to my mind, which I have met a number of persons, I live in Punjab only. Nobody among the masses in Punjab wishes to see the state into a tiny, small and insecure separate nation to fall a prey into the evil designs of countries like China and Pakistan. And who doesn't know the pitiable condition of Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Nepal, small countries. An average Sikh or a Punjabi, he wishes to be called and seen as a proud citizen of a powerful country like Bharat, than to be a netizen of a small, insignificant baby country. We don't want to call the citizens of baby country. We want to be called as sons of great Bharat. In the current scenario, there is a bit ideological support from a few disgruntled Sikhs who are living in Canada, UK and USA, and they itself have misled by ISI of Pakistan, which is pumping money and ideological support to the otherwise dead movement in Punjab now. Why this movement is not getting successful? Because it does not have the mass support. Only a few disgruntled persons. They are speaking blah blah blah. Nobody hears. And that's why this Khalistan movement has virtually died in Punjab today. These few insects will also be washed out in the due course of time. Now the second thing which is quite prevalent today is drug menace. So while Punjab was facing militancy, poverty, lack of job opportunities and agrarian crisis, Pakistan and ISI introduced drugs into the already ailing and frustrated youth. Since we share as long as 553-kilometer border with Pakistan, it was quite easier for them to pump drugs into the state. Now, what happened? Instead of becoming a transit point only, gradually it has become a market for the drugs. And why so? Take the example of one drug, heroin. It is available at the rate of 1 lakh per kilogram in Afghanistan, erstwhile Punjab. Now from the route of West Pakistan, it was again West Punjab, it's come into Punjab and it's sold at 30 lakhs per kilogram. From Punjab, it goes into the rest of the country at the rate of 1 crore per kilogram and in the international market at the rate of 5 crores per kilogram. So that lucrative business to those disgruntled youth who are unemployed was a source of easy money. And this easy money was a source for ISI people to pump more money to the militant groups. So this is a nexus, that's why we call it narco-terrorism. Now, in order to support these terrorist activities, they need money, and money comes from drugs, and disgruntled and unemployed youth is lured into this business, and that's why this vicious circle is going on. As per a study of PGMIR of February 22, 2022, there are around 30 million people, that is 15.4% of the population of Punjab, which is at present consuming these drugs. And when you consume drug, your mind becomes zero. And in zero mind, it is very easy to put anti-national things. So this is how the nexus is going on. One of the main reasons also is that there is a lack of any coordination among the police, the BSF, the state central agencies and all the players. So much so that we have find that even the police people are also taking drugs now. So such a rampant problem it is this. Then main problem, the third one, that is the missionary menace. Now, it was way back in 2011 when India Today published a very informative article, Wake Up Call for SGPC, Christian Mission Mushrooms Across Punjab. It was in its issue dated 9th of May 2011. Then in December 2014, the Times of India and the Indian Express also reported such type of conversions among the Dalits. Now the alarming stage of today is, in the last 11 years, Christian population, which 11 years back in 2011 was only 1.5%, it has rose to 15% in Punjab now. So, another thing which has been seen is a vast majority of Sikh people who are converting to Christian are Dalit Sikhs, who are from backward class. It has been a problem with us right from the day when Hinduism came as an offshoot, and then Sikhism also, that we have not treated our leftover brothers as brothers. We saw them like this, as if they are lying below and we are something up. See, if we see our scriptures, they tell us how we are to treat the society. Lord Manu, in his Manu Smriti, Shlok number 110 says, Janmana jayate Shudra, Sanskarat Dvij. Meaning, every person is born Shudra and gets a second birth by dint of his actions, culture and activities. Then Srimad Bhagavad Gita, Shlok number 13, chapter number 4 says, Chatur Varnam Maya Srishtam, Gunam Karma Vibhagasha. Lord Krishna said, I have created the 4 sections in society, Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, as per the 3 qualities of nature, which is Satogun, Rajogun and Tamogun, and the activities related thereto. Guru Gobind Singh, in Dasham Granth, he says, every person is passing through all the 4 Varnas daily. I am a Shudra when I am serving my children, my elders. Seva is Shudra. I am a Vaishya when I go out of my house to earn money to sustain my family. I am a Kshatriya. Whenever someone attacks my family, I defend it. And I am a Brahmana when I teach my children the scriptures or the education. Now, quite sadly, the human race is taking to be son of a Brahmana, Brahmana, son of a Kshatriya, Kshatriya, son of a Shudra, Shudra, son of a Vaishya, Vaishya. That is the problem. If we go by Manu Smriti, Bhagavad Gita, Dasham Granth, these inequalities will be over. And that is what is required to fight this menace. Now, Sikhism also, which was found on the basis of this to create a classless society, the name was given Sardar. A Sardar is a Sardar. He is not Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. But the problem has crept into Sikhism also. The Britishers could understand this problem. It was Lord Macaulay who said that if the Bharatiyas are not dissuaded from their culture and the life history of their great men, then we will not be able to rule Bharat, and thus they adopted the policy of divide and rule. This very policy is being adopted now by the Christian missionaries, by the foreign countries, China, Pakistan, to divide our society further. Now, we see in Punjab, it is a sad thing, Gurdwaras named by the caste, cremation grounds named by the caste. So, the caste of a particular person cremate their dead in that cremation ground only. Though the cremation ground of a particular community is nearby, but since it is not belonging to their community, they will go to the far off place. So, these things are creating wedges into the community, and here their role comes. When the Sikh political and religious leaders are not taking care of this thing, the shrewd Christian missionaries are stepping into it, and they lure these people from the backward classes. They offer money to them. They offer equal status. Look, your people are not treating you equally. We'll give you equal status. You are Masih. All are the son of Jesus. Will offer you money. They promise them to cure from the miseries, from evil spirits, from souls of the so-called fire of hell. They promise to take care of your children by educating them in convents without fee. And in convent you will come out to be a Christian. Then there is a craze among the unemployed Punjabi Sikh youth to go to Western countries. They say, we'll give you visa, we'll give you job, just convert. Then there is a poor female ratio. They say if you get converted, we'll give you our young girls to be married. So these things together, in the absence of any proper dharma prachar by these SGPC, as well as various deras which are mushrooming in Punjab, they have already weakened the faith of Sikh community into their gurus. And that is the result that we see this Christianity is blooming like anything. Now, from the affluent families also, there is a person who is a good orator. They will approach him, will make you priest, will make you pastor, and will give you a lot of money. Because your voice has an influence over a large gathering. If a person who is a Sikh, who is a good orator, who is an influencer, he speaks to Sikhs, Sikhs will come. Instead of a Christian speaking to them, a Sikh speaks to a Sikh on the lure of money or all that things. He's making a pastor. Tomorrow they will say, Pastor Jasmeet Singh Bedi, and he's trying to get people into this fold. That is what is happening. Then they are making churches in rural areas, they look like gurdwaras. They are shamelessly using Sikh terminology, Vaheguru, Satguru, to define their Jesus. Their Christian hymns are like Gurbani Kirtan. And one thing which they are doing is, now they have started converting you into a Christian, but please keep your name of Singh and Kaur. So outwardly, you are a Sikh. Inwardly, from your thoughts, you are a Christian. So that type of slow poison is going into our society. So, there is a very interesting thing also we have seen. In their gatherings, their priests, they bring a large amount of Sikh population, telling them, whatever problem you have, cancer, no problem. Infertility, no problem. You come to our gathering, you will see how it is vanished. So there, their paid actors are there. They will say, oh, I am so grateful to Jesus. I was suffering from cancer. Doctor said 10 days. It is 10 years now. I am alive only because of Jesus. So these type of things, when 3, 4, 5% says, we must have heard this story where a Brahman was befooled who was carrying a calf. He was befooled by 3 thugs that it is not calf, it is small little baby donkey. And he thought, oh yes, it is donkey. He threw it, the thugs take him away. So same thing they are doing. 4 or 5 persons, paid actors, they say, Yeshu did this, Yeshu did that, I was cured of cancer, I was cured of my impotency, whatever problems you name, they will have the cure. And then they say, he is the real Sadguru, he is the Vaheguru. You have been guided by the people. These scriptures are false, they are fake. The real scripture is Bible. You come to our fold, you'll get rid of these things. So, the result is they say you have to leave 3 things only. You have to leave Gurdwara, you have to leave Guru, you have to leave Prasada. First, 3 things. And you will be elevated to the heaven. People are believing because those outcast people or those backward people are illiterate. They are innocent. And we see them, oh, be away. You are a backward class. That problem is there. If we are not accepting our brothers as our brothers, then they will say, no, they are not your brothers, they are our brothers. And they will go. And this problem is quite rampant nowadays in Punjab. Then, There is another thing. They have, as SGPC, Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee is the religious body of Sikhs. They have now created Shiromani Church Prabandhak Committee, SGPC and SCPC. People don't know, they go into it. Then we see foreigners coming to Golden Temple. Oh, Mr. John has come, Katrina has come, whatever name you say. Apparently it appears that they have come to pay their regards to the Guru. No, they are on a mission. They are locating foolish people, those who can be easily taken into it. Maybe on the pretext of marriage, maybe on the pretext of visa, maybe on the pretext of money. So that thing has also come, that these foreigners, I don't say all, but many of them. And as per a study, nowadays there are around 65,000 missionaries which are active in Punjab. So as we see our RSS, 2,500 pracharaks in the entire country and 65,000 missionaries in the small state of Punjab. That is where the problem lies. People are not awakening to this problem. People are sleeping. They are dreaming. One day when the sword comes to their neck, they will realize what we have lost. Anyhow, I think I'm my time was 30 minutes, but sometimes I flow into emotions. I'll try to cut it down. There is a poet called Shauq Behrachi. He says, बर्बाद गुलिस्तां करने को बस एक ही उल्लू काफी है, हर शाख पे उल्लू बैठा है, अंजामे गुलिस्तां क्या होगा. Means, where only one owl is enough to decimate the whole garden, what will happen to my state, where on every branch owls are sitting? These owls are these problems which I just discussed with you. Now, what are the remedies? That's the last part. I'll not bore you more. We all say the remedies are there. Government should talk to the religious groups and all. These are there, no doubt. Some measures are there. We take security measures, drug trafficking we should stop. And one more thing, anti-corruption laws, anti-conversion laws, as it happened in UP. It's a very important thing. But something special is required, to my mind, while I was preparing this lecture. What that special thing is, I'll quote chapter 8, shlok 15, Manusmriti. Dharma eva hato hanti, dharmo rakshiti rakshata, tasmat dharmo na hantavyo, mano dharmo hato vadhi. Meaning, one who kills or leaves his religion, kills or leaves, religion destroys him. And one who protects his religion, religion protects and propagates him. Therefore, one should never destroy or leave religion so that the destroyed religion may not decimate him ultimately. Now, taking a leaf from this quote by Lord Manu, first and foremost panacea is very, very easy. It is that Punjab should stand firm in its religion. You stand firm to your religion, all problems will go. And how it is? Say, the very edifice of Sikhism is that the Singhas by Guru Gobind Singh were created as warrior Hindus. And what were they do? They were ready to sacrifice everything for the protection of their Hindu community from Mughals. If once Punjab learns this basic lesson, that the creation of Sikh is to protect, to unite, to sacrifice for the protection of his creed, and the creed here is the stem from which he has originated, all the problems of successionism, cross-border terrorism will evade. Secondly, the Sikh sect was basically formed to be away from all sorts of intoxicants. You follow your religion, drugs will go. Simple. Then last but not the least, a Sikh should always remember that the culture of langar, that is community dining, started by Guru Amar Das ji, had the basic feature of all the devotees sitting side by side in the same line, irrespective of their caste and creed. And the famous saying of the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh in Dasham Granth, Manas ki jaat sabe ek hai pehchan go. The only identity of the human race is that its caste is humanity. So, if we learn these things, then that apartheid, that ill treatment of the outcast will go and they will never be converted. And lastly, it was the 9th Guru, Shri Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, who sacrificed his life for the sake of religion, and no amount of allurement and threat, though it was coming rightly from the Emperor Aurangzeb, could make him budge from his stand. If a Sikh is a true Guru ka Sikh, no allurement of money, convent education, marriage, visa, status can influence him from the path of Sikhism he is following. So, if only an average Sikh of Punjab truly followed the teachings of the 10 Gurus and remains firm to his religion and faith, the problem above mentioned would be soon a thing of the past. Even though the negative forces are trying very hard to snub us, but owing to the path shown by the great men, including the 10 Gurus, Punjab has the immense potential to overcome these problems. And very interestingly, this help is not coming from government, you do this thing for me, you do. No, it is the common individual. The help should come from inside. What he is to do? Follow your religion. This is it. This makes me remember the Yaksha Prashna to great King Yudhishthira was Ka Pantha. What is the way? Pat came the reply. He said, Mahajano yena gata sapantha. Way is that where the great men have tread. That is the path. So the path shown by your gurus is the path. So meaning the right path is the path shown by the Mahapurushas of the great men. So and what is that path? I conclude with that. The path is Dharmo Rakshati Rakshata. Thank you.